Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. So a moment now to see the story for Jimmy Butler.
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left it. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range not close to what it was earlier. But he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. And for Golden State, up front, it'll be Green in post.
Here we go.
Curry is out there with Moses Moody. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. And the Warriors start out with the ball. So, Tim, the matchup before us tonight, what do you think we can expect to see?
Well, I think this is going to be one at the three-point line. Both of these teams, high-volume, three-point shooting teams. If they both get hot, it's going to come down to which team can get a stop first.
This is going to be our kind of game. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Here's Rizachet. Back to Alexander Walker. And Quentin Post gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Johnson against Green. Johnson inside. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Post. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
Here's Alexander Walker. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Curry. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
And Johnson with the stuff.
My goodness, Johnson is quick off the floor, and he has a lot of power.
Pass to Moody. Outside Curry. Yep, that one goes in there.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Here's Rizachet. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Johnson up top. Okongwu with a screen on Green. The 10-footer. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring, has given him another look offensively.
Now here's Curry. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. And a missed layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Daniels with it, defended by Moody. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jalen Johnson. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
He's off on the first. And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line, I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure. Well, he is a very mobile 6'9" wing, and Johnson is showing you he's a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Curry passes to Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. It's stolen by Johnson. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Back to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on Curry. To the paint. And Okongwu slams it in.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Now here's Curry. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 4th in free throw percentage and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Now, here's Moody. Guarded by Rizeshe. Fires from deep. Rebound, Atlanta. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Kerr. Here's Rizeshe. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Butler kicks to Curry. Pass to Green. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Ricochet. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hawks.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Yeah, that time they're out in the open floor, and Jalen Johnson finished off that break beautifully.
Outside Butler. Here's Moody. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Ricochet, defended by Butler. Ricochet finds Alexander Walker. Shoots over Curry. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
And here is Moody. Hasn't made one yet. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim. What a heads-up pass to know that his teammate was going to be available down in the paint.
Curry passes to Green. Now, here's Moody. Pass to Curry. Floats one up. Fires the three. Moody's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 4. Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Daniels. Okongwu with the screen for Daniels. Now Okongwu, headed by Green. Outside Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Back to Green. Takes the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Green's got 5 points so far.
Well, if Green is taking quick shots like that, it speaks to how confident he is.
Ricochet with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Pajemski. Still without a basket. Pass to Curry. Lets it go with a three. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound in this one. Daniels with the steal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And what Jalen Johnson brings to the floor is energy and unselfishness. He works hard out there every single night, and he's all about team.
He misses the free throw. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Porzingis is checked in for Zachary Ricochet. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Dyson Daniels. Good on the second free throw. Greg, isn't this a fun time of year? Mid-season basketball, from award races to juggling playoff pictures. It's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things take and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much more interesting.
Now here's McCollum, following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga. Pass to Porzingis from downtown. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
Assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
And here is Hield. Horford has a wide open look and a miss there on the triple.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Back to Johnson. Hawks passing it around. McCollum against Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads. McCollum, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Atlanta leading by 4. McCollum dishes to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Here's Podziemski. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
McCollum passes to Porzingis. The 11-footer. The Warriors pull it in. Now Podziemski. Scoreless thus far. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Count that one. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Well, it looked like the defense was there for the challenge, but C.J. McCollum showing you his ability to fight through that.
On the wing, Hield. Horford sets a screen for Hield. Here he goes. And there's another turnover by the Warriors.
Those are the type of turnovers that kill you. Just an unforced error.
.11 left to play here in the first. McCollum right side. 1 second left. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Hawks on top. They're up by 5. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
They've disrupted the offensive flow, and they are making things miserable for any ball handler.
They're going with Hield and Butler on the wings. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Horford, and it's Podziemski in at the point. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
First one falls for him. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Kennard setting the pick for McCollum. There's the three. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Atlanta leading by 5. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Porzingis with a screen on Horford. Here's Krejci. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, guys. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA." I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's McCollum following the basket by Buddy Hield. Pass to Porzingis. And sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. Zachary Rizachet, 4th.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Here's McCollum. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. The steal. Here's Podziemski. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Butler. It's deflected. Going inside. And the dunk by Rizachet.
And as he gets more experience in the league, Rizachet will improve the attack.
Side. Horford in the post. Guarded by Porzingis. Clock is at 3. Shot from free throw range. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, if he's going to be covered like that, he has to continue to take that shot.
Outside Daniels. Out to the wing. Horford against Porzingis. Here's Daniels. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And as a scorer, Daniels can really work inside with that size.
And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Hield. Curry against McCollum. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Horford. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And the Warriors making a change here. Hield's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Okongwu's checked in. Warriors trail by 3. Curry deciding where to go with it. Butler from outside. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's the drive, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, Johnson is really coming into his zone. That is great determination right there.
The Hawks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Now here's Curry. Now here's Butler. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Curry against McCollum. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Here's the break. Outside for Curry. Golden State moving it around. Butler dishes to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Nice move. The focus from Curry. Gets it to fall inside.
Great footwork there by Curry, getting his body in a position to go up and finish inside.
Okongwu finds Rizichet. And a wide open look for Daniels. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Hield with it. Okongwu covering. Hield the pass to Curry. The inside shot. Horford with the bucket, getting it done inside. And now just a 4-point Hawks lead. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Okongwu dishes to McCollum. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hield. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Jimmy Butler. He's averaging about 19 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
Free throw drops for Hield. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
He gets that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to look at some of the players that are contributing in areas you might not expect. The top rebounding shooting guards of the past month. Second is Dyson Daniels.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. I mean, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still something that helps your team get wins.
Well, when you have that kind of sacrifice and effort from your two guard, it makes a big difference. These guys help their teams win the 50-50 battles.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shai has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Curry. He has 6. They set the screen. Five to shoot. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Daniels. Here's Shai. Misses the 3. Now here's Moody. Not a lot of room. Outside Kuminga. Outside Curry. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And the Warriors miss again.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
From outside the arc, Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now, here's Moody. Defended by Alexander Walker. Curry passes to Moody. At the elbow, Green. Here's Curry. Curry with another miss.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Pass to Shai. Johnson sets the screen for Shai. Outside Daniel. Johnson with a screen on Curry. They grabbed their own miss. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Green with a screen for Curry. Curry with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Now, here's Okongwu. He had 15 points last outing. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. They'll put Onyeka Okongwu on the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Quinton Post is checked in for Kuminga. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 5. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Shot to stop the run. He lays it in. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Pass to Rizichet. Inside. Here's Okongwu.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Now in his late 30s, Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
And he makes the first.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. And then Johnson with the jam.
He is soaring on that one. Johnson going up high to get his hands on it.
Curry outside. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks lead by 3. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and we're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
And let's take a glance now at the Golden State Warriors. They're in a close one so far.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
And you are going to see this defense now switch things up against him, but he has the skill set to counter that.
The Hawks leading by 3. On the court right now for the Hawks. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Dyson Daniels is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Okongwu in at the center, locking down the middle. Moody the pass to Butler. Here's Post. Covered by Okongwu. Here's Moody. He nails it, and we're tied up. Moody's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Green. Pass to Reza Shea. Johnson outside. Clock at 6. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. Offensive rebound. Here's Reza Shea, defended by Butler. Johnson in the corner. And it's good for 2. 18 points for Johnson.
Yeah, everything right now is clicking for Johnson, and it is so fun to watch him when he gets in a groove like this.
Butler passes to Moody. Curry on the wing. Defended by Alexander Walker. Nice move, Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Reza Shea.
And one of the things I love most about Butler is how physical he is. He doesn't hesitate to draw contact.
First free throw is good. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific. Here's Butler. Jalen Johnson picking up that last basket. Pass to Post. Now Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebounded by the Hawks. Reza Shea's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Alexander Walker, guarded by Curry. Hawks passing it around. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Pajemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. While we've got a moment here, the top free throw shooters in the league. Second, Stephen Curry.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Warriors trail by 5. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Takes it inside. Atlanta with the rebound.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
I like the movement from the rookie, Zachary Richichet.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Richichet is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his third foul of the game. And here's Atlanta. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Guys?
Paying tribute. Nice. Oh, drop the hammer!
Look out! And Johnson giving these fans a show.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Warriors trail by 10. Curry with the bounce pass. Six to shoot. Pass to Pajemski. Over Daniels. And the Warriors miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Alexander Walker passes to Daniels. Now, here's Okongwu, guarded by Curry. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the triple.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. He's having a superb season. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
And it's Curry at the elbow. Outside Butler. 5 on the clock. They could use a bucket. Johnson with the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Pass to Rizachet. Down low. Here's Okongwu.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Daniels. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Rizachet. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Daniels has got his second basket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Back to Curry. Outside, Green. And the Warriors, another 3.
Well, it's refreshing to see Green not just help run the offense, but also be involved with production.
Pass to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. It's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. The past month has been surreal. 7th in rebounding. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And going back to him being second in assist, it's his ability to control the pace of the game. His peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Alexander Walker with the ball. Curry meets him. Here's Green. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. Here's Alexander Walker. Screen by Porzingis to the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Horford up top. Covered by Okongwu. Horford kicks to Curry. Looking to end his cold spell. Green. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
And here's Green outside. Green missing again. The Hawks leading by 12. Outside Daniels. Back to Rizachet for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists now tonight.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Butler feeling out of it. Curry is inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. Curry dishes to Butler. Looking to end the run. Misses the baby hook. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Outside Daniels. Pass to Rizachet. Left side, Porzingis. Daniels finds Rizachet. Off target from outside. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 15-point game. No good with the triple.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Back to Rizachet. Porzingis with a screen on Butler. To the paint. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And, you know, Green's impact isn't always felt in his scoring, but tonight his points are having a massive impact.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Draymond Green.
I'm really not too surprised to see the rebounding numbers trail off a bit. He's a veteran player getting up there in years, and what comes with that is some changes to physicality and intentional adjustments to playing style. Even though his rebounding output has declined, that veteran presence and basketball IQ continue to grow.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
That's to Porzingis. Over Horford. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7 points.
A sensational shooter. Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Here's Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Heel. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He's got 10.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Alexander Walker finds Rizachet. Porzingis with a screen on Heel. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Horford sets a screen for Heel. Right side Horford. Curry is inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. Green, no luck. Atlanta leading by 12. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Alexander Walker with the ball. He has yet to score. And Curry has it in the corner. Curry! What else is new?
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for Atlanta. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Podziemski in at the point. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Hield kicks to Butler. They set the pick. Takes a three. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. McCollum against Hield. Count that bucket. McCollum's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Atlanta.
Well, that's nice work inside that time by McCollum, showing you a lot of skill and poise.
Hield outside. Pass to Kuminga. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Kuminga, screen on McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. Kuminga, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
The Hawks leading by 11. Johnson sends the screen for McCollum. Lays it up off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Hield. Rebound, Atlanta. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. McCollum outside for the 3. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Pass to Podziemski. Butler against Kennard. 11 feet away. It's good. And the Hawks lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Butler.
Perfect approach for what the D was showing on that possession.
To the inside. And here is Hield. Butler in the corner. Here's the 3. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
Butler is a selective three-point shooter, but he is certainly capable of knocking them down.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Brandon Podziemski. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Okongwu's checked in. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Nice read by McCollum. Such a smart player. He knows when to find others.
Green finds Curry. On the wing, Hield. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks leading by 10. Now McCollum. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks.
And for the matchup with the Heat, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Pass to Johnson. Now, Alexander Walker. Here's Rizachet. Shoots over Kuminga. And it's Rizachet missing. Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Curry with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for Atlanta. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Rizachet in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Rizachet's got 9 points here in the second half. Warriors trail by 10. Now here's Curry. Shot by Hield, nobody around. And the Warriors, another 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Pass to Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. Here's Okongwu. The shot's good. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. A 3-ball. And another 3 for Golden State.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Johnson outside. Pass to Rizachet. Johnson draws the double. Daniels from outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. From the arc. It's good from long range. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Some changes for Golden State. Quentin Post comes in for Kuminga. And it's Moses Moody in for Buddy Hield. Moody with it. Outside Butler. There's the screen. Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got double-digit rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Daniels. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Green with a screen for Curry. The tray. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
What athleticism from Daniels on that slam.
Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Butler. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Jim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
And he makes both free throws. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Daniels, no good.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Green kicks to Curry. From the high post. Rebound, Atlanta. Johnson's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Johnson with a screen on Butler. Back to Johnson. And the 3 off target.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Outside Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. Shoot from 12. Johnson rips down the board.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Post with it. Okongwu on him. Ah, it's good!
Worked that one inside nicely.
The Hawks leading by 9. 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rizeshe, defended by Butler. Shoots the 3. That shot, no good. Golden State's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Curry, what a finesse finish on the way-in.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Here's Rizeshe, defended by Butler. Now Okongwu. Oh, what a finish!
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Curry.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot on.
Two shots. Last on the first. Push on the net. Push on the net.
Gets the first, and that brings them within 8.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Daniels. Here's Okongwu. Butler with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
And look at Butler playing tricks, using that pump fake move to great effect.
So the first one drops, and that turns the lead to 6. And so Butler nails both of them.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Okongwu with a screen on Butler. Here's Rizeshe, defended by Butler. And that's an intentional foul. Johnson double-teamed. Launches it. Down it goes for 3.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 8. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
trailing here by 8. Left side Curry. He'll put it up there. Jumper is off.
You know, they know.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Timeout called the Warriors. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
Puts it up from 17. Nails the jumper. And so they foul intentionally. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And so the Hawks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.